Yo, what is going on, everyone? So today we're gonna take a look at Ripple XRP, see what's going on with it, and then also see some news updates in the overall market. But currently today, XRP is trading at $1.06, give or take. And I'm using the 1 hour chart right now, but I'll switch over to the 1 day in a second. But just looking at this chart right now, just overall glance of view, basically we could see that this massive sell-off happened because of the news, which I'll share with you guys in just a second in case you guys haven't seen that. And then pretty much we have formed some support around this area. And before I continue, just remember this video is for entertainment purposes only. This is not financial advice. Be sure to do your research before making any investments. But pretty much we can see it was trading up here at this high point at $1.41. The news pretty much hit. People basically sold off, and the overall market took a massive dip. Even Bitcoin, a lot of the other cryptocurrencies, because of this news, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with. And pretty much we can see that we reached the lowest point at basically looks like around, if I were to zoom in here, give or take 89, 90 cents, give or take. And pretty much this wasn't able to break out of this support level here. So it looks like we have basically formed new supports around this area. And then we're continuing. We tried to break out the 50 MA. We're unable to. So now we're technically just below the 50 MA under this. And now it looks like we could potentially trend slightly in the next few hours or maybe the few days, and could form some new support again around the same levels. Or if the market were to recover, Bitcoin starts to trend back upwards, we could see this breakout, and next thing you know, we can start testing our new highs again. But just looking at the overall market really quick, just to give you an overview, because obviously Ripple's not at the highs yet. It's still above $8, which is significantly better than just a few weeks ago. But look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's at 49.9, absolutely getting destroyed right now. ETH is not too, it's all right. Even though it's red, it's still up 2.2. And then Ripple is still number 5, 107 now. But you can see for the most part, the market cap is at 47.7 bill. And if we were to check, let's see how much volume is being traded, at least for today. So currently for today, we are down in terms of volume traded, but it looks like 9.7, 9.8 now bill being traded. So the overall demand, everything going on, still billions of dollars are being traded. And then let's check out the market. Let's see which exchange is currently dominating. And it looks to me like Binance is still the king with the most volume being traded, 1.3 bill. And then the rest you can see here. So overall right now, this is just like an overview of what's happening with XRP today. But check out this stuff, because I want to share with you guys something interesting really quick. And then we'll hop back over to the charts in a second. But check out this circulating supply, right? It says 45.4 bill. And then obviously you can see the total supply says 100 bill right there. And then basically you can see the fully diluted market cap 107, and then 48 bill is the current market cap. Now the reason I'm showing you this is because of this news article that I found, and pretty much it says Ripple could burn over 61 billion of the XRP tokens, the CEO says. Now what does this mean? Well, in summary, that is a very good thing, because the less tokens you have, aka the less supply, that potentially could mean that the price would increase, because obviously less supply you have but more demand, people are going to want it, and then basically the cost that you could sell it for would be higher than if you had, hundreds of billions of tokens, right? So let's just read this really quick. Right, so pretty much they stated a interview, the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlington, said that he is open to new ideas that are good for the XRP ecosystem. And when they were asking him about whether the firm would burn the coins held in escrow, and he said, I don't rule anything out. And I think to the extent that there's things that make sense for the XRP ecosystem, then certainly Ripple would look at that. Now, this is why it matters, because basically there are 47.8 billion XRP locked in Ripple's escrow as of yesterday. Well, technically a couple days from now from this video posting, but pretty much that translates around that price when they calculated this, 66 billion, and that's basically 105% of the current circulating supply, or 47.8% of the total supply. So you look back here, you can see the max supply is 100 bill. Current circulating, at least right now, says 45.4. So just note that if they were to burn the tokens, that would decrease the supply, aka the price should potentially increase, right? So they said here, even at the end of 2020, they admitted that the network's node validators and community could jointly decide to burn the escrow coins by themselves, and there could be nothing that Ripple could do to stop that. Now here, you can see right now, so what else? So a token burn basically is the process or removing of a certain quantity of tokens from the circulating supply, which results in a reduction of the token supply and subsequently a rise in the token value and price. So just know if this were to occur, that is positive news in terms of XRP. But I just figured I want to share with you guys that because I was showing you the total supply and the overall price right now. But again, this is stuff that's like more, I'd say, in the future. We have to wait and see. But just looking at the overall chart right now, let's take a look again. So like I mentioned here, this sell-off right here. So this, if you look at the dates, right, it says April 22nd. And pretty much what happened, in case you guys are completely unaware, is Biden actually proposed a hike in the capital gains tax. Now, if you make, it seems from the overall census, if you aren't making that much from trading or in general, then it probably wouldn't really affect your life that much. But for most people who are making over, looks like $1 million or even more, then this would significantly cause them a lot more issues, which this happened to be on April 22nd when a lot of the news articles posted this information. And that's also when the crypto space and even everything pretty much took a massive sell-off because a lot of the guys wanted to exit their positions before this were to come into effect to save them a lot of money, right? So in general, pretty much, the proposal pretty much raising the marginal income tax rate from 39.6%, which was originally from 37%. So pretty much, slight increase at that percentage. But for the capital gains tax, it's basically nearly doubling it. So to 39.6% for people earning more than 1 million, according to some of these sources, right? So basically, it states here from these short, quick summaries that if you're making more than 1 million and you're investing and you're making capital gains, then maybe that is not going to be good for you, depending on your circumstances, right? So obviously, if you're not from the U.S., this probably doesn't, you could care less what this says, but at least U.S. seems like that's not the best news, assuming that everything comes into play and there's no, reversals or anything. But that is one of the reasons I think that this mass sell happened. And you can even look at other cryptocurrency altcoins and charts, then you probably see a similar chart here. But just looking at the overall, let's look at the 1 day chart, because I like to look at things more of a longer term view. And we can see here pretty much, I usually follow the 50 MA to see where we're at. And basically after a high, we're selling off right now, and we still have some more space before we were touched this 50 MA. So we did actually break through it, but we candlestick pretty much closed above anyways. So I'd see we could potentially form some support on this 50 MA. Looking at the RSI, we still have some more space before we can consider it oversold. So I'm not going to be surprised if this were to continue to dip in the short term. But then again, if the market were to reverse again, Bitcoin starts breaking highs again, then yeah, we can see this starting to reverse and start trending upwards again towards the high point here. But again, this is going to take some time because again, Ripple is worth literally almost 50 bill at least right now. So for any significant price increase that drastically increases the market cap, aka a lot more money would need to be traded, aka volume, for this price to reach, or surpass, I'd say, the all-time high. So again, we'll have to wait and see. But do let me know what are your thoughts, your price predictions on XRP in the comments below. And also be sure to smash the like button for XRP. Subscribe to the channel for more updates, and I'll see you in the next one.